Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, in these days everything goes very fast, and I'm not even sure what's happening. I'm just looking who's sitting in the yogya. I know you, I know. You're not going to take sannyasis okay. Om Agyan Timarandasya Vinandana Salakya Shakshuramitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So first, Tulsi Prabhu will take us through the Achma. So the mantra that Tulsi will chant, Om Pavitra Pavitro Va, Sarvavasta Gado Piva, Yasmarit Pundarikaksam Sabaya Vyantara Suchi, basically means that Om Pavitra, whether we are pure or impure, Sarvavasta Gado Piva, from whatever condition we come, we will reach the ultimate goal, Yasmarit Pundarikaksam, by remembering the lotus-eyed Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the initiations take place on the strength of that principle, that somehow or other, it doesn't matter where we come from, but the process has that potency that anybody who gets involved in devotional service and remembering Krishna will surely attain the supreme goal. Everyone has a cup?
Take the spoon with your right hand. Om Pavitra Pavitrova Sarva Vasta Gato Iva Yasmaret Kundari Aksham Sa Bhagya Avyantara Shuchi Shri Vishnu
Bhagavad Purana is here, and he will now, in maybe just 10 minutes, to warm up the cold hearts of kirtan. thank you very much by bringing us Vrindavan. Bhagavat Purana is spending all his time in the 24-hour kirtan. He was there for a long time with Indra, and he carries that mood. So thank him very much for coming and for singing. So I want to thank all of you for coming, for bringing so many blessings to this occasion. Because it is by blessings that we can carry on the spiritual path. Durgame patine dasyas kala padakatir muhu yet kripa srastidane santa santavanam manam. My path is very difficult. My feet are slipping again and again, but by the stick of the mercy of the Vaishnavas as my support, I can continue on my way. So in this way, initiation is very much a community thing. We do so in the community of Vaishnavas. Because in the community of the Vaishnavas, we are strengthened in our vow. We take these vows in front of the devotees. And our well-wishers, who are happy to see us, take these vows and happy go forward to the spiritual world. So all the well-wishers are there. And that is what blessings really are. Well-wishes. Well-wishes, not any negative influence, but well-wishes to wish everyone success. Not thinking, well, who's this one sitting here today? No, wishing everyone success in their endeavors on this path. So, in that spirit, we are performing the initiation. Initiation is meant to bring about a change. One goes into the ceremony in one way and comes out of the ceremony in another way, as a transformed person, a new person. In one way the same, but in another way not the same. No, it's for the better. So it feels a little hot. There's a fire also. Especially in the sannyas ceremony, I was sweating, and it was before the fire was lit. What to say? But no, we can't do this alone. Krishna will help us. Krishna is there. It is Krishna who helps us to complete these promises. And he's there every step of the way. So this is not a problem. The spiritual master, Saksat Daritvena Samasta Sastra, is the representative of Krishna. And as such, it's said he's the external manifestation of the Supersoul. Which means basically that the Supersoul, Krishna, is guiding us from within. But the spiritual master is guiding us from without. So he has an important part to play. Of course, we may not be always, or oftentimes not, in his personal presence, but that's not the essence of the relationship. The essence of the relationship is we live by our vows. You know, we live by these vows. And along with the vows come many other things. Just as when you want to erect a post, a wooden post in the sand, if it is try to plant it in the sand, it will not stand very long. The wind will come and will eventually blow it over. So that's why they anchor it. They put it in a foundation, then they put also different lines to support it, so that everything is strong. So the wind is representing the three modes of material nature. And the three modes of material nature, they come sometimes in mellow breezes and sometimes in storm. Sometimes in so many ways. But because we anchor our vows, not only are we taking them, but we anchor them by a good foundation, and then by many lines of the side, so we fix the mast and it stands like anything. So the foundation is what we have already practiced. No one takes an initiation without practice before. If you start out of nothing, it will not be possible. It will blow over. Very easy. So the foundation must be there. And everyone has already got that foundation. And then the lines that we put to keep that pole from standing straight, these lines are the various activities that we do to remain spiritually nourished. Just like we remember the great fight which is described in the Bhagavatam between the elephant, Gajendra, and the crocodile. And an elephant is much stronger than a crocodile. Much stronger. An elephant could crush a crocodile. I mean, that's how strong an elephant is. But the elephant was in the water. So being in the water as an elephant is difficult. You know, have a big heavy body. Oh, owie zowie. Have a big heavy body, and moving in the water, a strange element, is difficult. I love children, but there's one problem. They make me brain dead when they cry. I can't think. And so if he keeps on crying, then I can't deal with it. So the elephant Gajendra was in a difficult situation. And the crocodile, which represents Maya, was attacking. And because the elephant was not properly situated in a supportive environment, therefore the elephant was not able to be successful. So this is the principle. We need a supportive environment. It is not about a decision. Are you going to follow these regulative principles and chant these rounds today for the rest of your life? Yes. That's very nice, but it cannot be done like that. It cannot be done on the strength of determination. Even the most determined person becomes weak with time. So it's cultivation. It's cultivation. Srila Rupa Goswami explains, Krishna Anushilanam. So cultivation means that we bring Krishna in our life in different ways, again and again. We hear about Krishna, we see pictures of Krishna, and we are maybe worshipping a deity of Krishna. Like this. All these things must be part of our spiritual life. These things are nourishing us. Only then can we make something good out of these vows. That's the idea. It goes relatively quick. A short speech, or maybe not so short, but whatever. a speech from the spiritual master, and this is what you do, and this is what you don't do, and this is the meaning of initiation, and so on. The next moment, there you go, and what do you promise to follow, and here are your names, and then you get your second initiation later, and you get the mantras, and well, this is what it means, and so on, and now do it every day, and boom, it's over. And then what? Then it begins. Then we begin to make it meaningful. Then these vows become our companions. They are with us at any moment in time. And we are trying to respond to it. We're trying to be worthy of it. And we're trying to live up to them. That's the idea. The chanting of Hare Krishna is not depending on initiation. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita it says, you don't need to take initiation to chant Hare Krishna. And you can get the full fruits of the chanting of the holy name simply by that. However, the problem is how to apply ourselves to the chanting. That is the difficulty. How to actually do it nicely, do it every day, do it attentively. That is where we struggle. And that's where cultivation comes in, association comes in. Like here, we are in Radhadesh, and it's a nice place. Radha Gopinath are very, very sweet, very beautiful. The whole altar is a very elegant arrangement. The deity worship is of a nice high standard. Right? And it really creates that mood that we are here in the spiritual world. Very easy to kind of absorb that atmosphere. But yeah, at home it can be different. At work it can be different. Or in the street, downtown, it can be different. Or on the airport, it can be different. Glamour world of the world travelers. So like this. But if there was a time early in the morning in the Brahma Muhurta when we just put everything aside, when we actually focused on our chanting, if there was such a time in every day, then we would feel so strong. If there was a time when we would somehow or other make time to pick up Srimad Bhagavatam and read it every day of our life, then there would be so much strength. If we would welcome Vaishnavas to our home, feed them, or go to their home, go to the temple, do some service, if all these things would be there would be strength. Now all these things are not always there. And then what do we do when they are not there? When they are not there, then we rely, then we are alone with Krishna and our spiritual master. He's also there. The spiritual master comes together with Krishna. He is always with Krishna. And therefore both are with us at every moment. And we pray. Without praying, Vandanam is one of the 9 processes of devotional service, to offer prayers. Praying is is something we need. We'll need Krishna to help us, the spiritual master to help us, the acharyas to help us. Otherwise, we can take an initiation. I'm not the most difficult person in giving. I'm not like you must do 27 tests and then you must have 3 diplomas and then you can finally, then I'll consider. No, it's like I'll say, no, I'll give, but you are taking it, and you are taking responsibility. You are the one who will make this into something. Yeah? It's you. It's your opportunity, and it's a golden opportunity. It is. It is an amazing opportunity. And it is very nice. So why not? Why not make it into something glorious? So let us make this initiation something glorious. Something that we say, yes, this day is a major change in my life. The 26th of April, 2017, it somehow or other happened. A date to never forget. 26th of April, 2017, 26/4/17. It happened. Oh yes, everything changed. The whole world changed completely. Because suddenly I got a golden opportunity. And okay, it will take a lifetime to bring meaning to this. And now we'll just do this. Oh yes. So that is the idea. The essence of the chanting is of the initiation is the chanting of the holy name. The essence is to try and chant attentively, to hear oneself chanting. And the essence is to try and avoid offenses, to be respectful to the Vaishnavas, to appreciate that the name of Krishna is unique, and not unlike the names of the demigods that can give us great benefits. The name of Krishna is unlimited. It can give us everything. It has no limit to what it can bring to us. The happiness that comes from chanting Hare Krishna will increase and increase and increase. Although in the beginning there may be some austerity. In the beginning can be 50 years, and what is that anyway? On eternity. Short. Only 50 years. No, but it can be done faster also. It can be done very fast, actually. If we apply ourselves seriously, then very quickly we can experience so many benedictions, and more we will get transformed by this chanting. Spiritual Master is giving us instructions, and we are following these instructions. And the idea is, it says not to disobey the orders of the Spiritual Master. Basically means he knows what he is doing. He knows what he is doing. We don't know what he's doing. To an extent we know what he's doing. And we think, I know what he's doing. But we don't. Vaishnava Kriya Vijnana Bhujaya. One cannot understand the considerations of the superior person. One cannot. We might go into a ceremony like this thinking that we are the doer. Prakriti kriyamanani gunakarmani sarvasahanga vimudama. We think ourselves to be the doer of activities which are carried out by the three modes of material nature. So we think, I'm doing this, I'm taking initiation, I'm going to do it. It's not like that. We're going to look for all the help we can get from Krishna, from the acharyas. That's why in the ceremony we invoke all these mantras, right? And they're all the names of Krishna, Radharani, all the acharyas. And with each one we get another blessing. And with each one we get another sanskara, another impression in our consciousness that we are meant to take shelter of Srila Rupa Goswami, of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, just to name some of the acharyas. And gradually, as time goes by, we get acquainted. In the beginning, you just learn the song Sansara, the Sansara song, Sansara, yeah. And then later you kind of learn, it's called Guru Vastakam actually. And then you hear, written by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, one of the acharyas. Oh, really nice. And then after some time, you appreciate who Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur actually is in our Sampradaya. What an amazing personality he is. If you ever get round to reading some of his 10th canto Bhagavatam commentaries, even the first canto, by the way, but if you read some of his Bhagavatam commentaries on the 10th canto, then there are all these discussions between Krishna and his eternal devotees in Vrindavan, and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes it all down as if he is there. Because he is there. He is there in that spiritual domain. So these acharyas are bringing us so many different insights. And with all the things that we hear from them, we become strengthened. You see, I said, we think that we are the doer. We think somehow or other, I'm going to be Krishna conscious. I'm really going to try. I'm going to try and do it. No. It is Krishna who will attract us. It is Krishna who is all attractive. And therefore, it is Krishna who will capture us. And therefore we must turn to Krishna. And the more we turn to Krishna, the more we become attracted. And the more we are attracted to Krishna, the more all these things start to become magic. The more the four regulated principles come automatic. The more chanting, 16 rounds. Miles behind the 16 rounds, we're already sort of like way ahead somewhere else. It goes like that. So this is the idea. Krishna consciousness means to become attracted to Krishna. We say to become absorbed. Smaranam, dharanam. After smaranam, then first you kind of have a general remembrance, then you have dharanam, you are holding it, it stays with you. And then you get like dhyan, you go into a deep meditation. Right? And finally you come to samadhi, to the stage where it's just fixed in the consciousness. You just never think of anything else but Krishna at all times. That's a transformation that takes place when we become more attracted to Krishna. So it's about that. The Gayatri Mantra is giving us more insights in the nature of Krishna, and therefore makes us more attracted to Krishna. That's the idea behind the mantra, to develop deeper attraction to Krishna. I give the example of the Ganga. says in Mayapur, when you go in the Ganga, in the beginning, you go in the water, it's moving a little bit, and you sort of have to swim a bit. You move through the water. You go a little deeper, don't worry, you don't have to move at all. The river will move you. It will take you. Yes. So in this way, Krishna consciousness also works. In the beginning, we push ourselves in the process. I have seen people chanting. I have seen people chanting a Gayatri for 20 minutes. And sort of after a while you just wonder if they're still awake or sleeping. No, it's fine. So, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so the thing is we need not worry. Krishna will do everything. We'll automatically become attracted to him. All we have to do is allow it to happen. That's all. And give him time in our life. And engage in service, engage in chanting, engage in remembering, hearing about him. In this way. Oh. So I pray that in this ceremony, all the Vaishnavas will bless you with friendship, with respect, and with mercy. When Sanatana Goswami came into the assembly of the associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is what they offered him. Friendship, respect, and mercy. And that is what Vaishnavas do, somehow or other. We share that, mercy, French, and everyone has some special mercy. Like when the devotees came from the Bhaktivedanta Manor, they brought me some of those special milk sweets from the manor, the ones painted, the very fancy milk sweets, something special. And Bhagavad Purana and Ananta, they are bringing a little Vrindavan Kirtan, special mercy. Everyone, Jai Krishna and Shamananda brought us some dramas. Jai Krishna will bring, and Shamananda already brought us yesterday. And as an artist, you can see how an artist is not just someone who knows to act, right? But is someone who has a vision. He sees in a different way. We heard so many times about the Bowery, and how there were bums on the Bowery, and how the bums on the Bowery were just drunk and lying there, and how Prabhupada used to step over the drunks and so on to go inside the door. And then, so Shamananda must have also read it, because as an artist mind, he just stopped there and then started to think about the bum on the street, and next moment he became one, only for a short while, and completely went into that mood, and into a whole dialogue with Prabhupada. And you can see it's a meditation. So our meditation, there's so much to meditate. We meditate on Vrindavan, we meditate on Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You could meditate on lotus feet. There are so many lotus feet to meditate on. to name something. There's a lot to meditate on. And all that will absorb us. That is how we cultivate our Krishna consciousness. Nectar devotion gives 64 aspects of bhakti, which many things involve worshipping the deity. Also involve taking shelter, taking initiation. Initiation means we say, this life is yours. The second initiation, the first initiation is, from now on, I will adjust my activities according to your desires, O Krishna. Second initiation is, from now on, my dear Krishna, I'll try and become a different person. I'll try that. It won't happen, but from now on I'll try to change. So far I've only changed my activities. The change was only external. But now I'll try to change internally and actually become a different person. I'll actually try and now develop saintly qualities by embracing them. It's not that you can force it, but by endeavoring to act in that way and by meditating on them, then it will come. Sarva Mahagunagan Vaishnava Sarira Krishna Bhakti Krishna Gun Sakira Sanchare. The Vaishnavas, they develop all the good qualities of Krishna. Right? All the good qualities of Krishna. Because they're always trying to please Krishna, so they're adjusting themselves to do the things that are pleasing to Krishna. And therefore, their nature changes. And they begin to develop the qualities of Krishna. That is the principle. The idea, we serve a spiritual master, and because the spiritual master is very fixed on Krishna, therefore we also become fixed on Krishna. Someone mentioned it in their offerings, that one meaning of the name Guru is heavy. Yeah? Not heavy as one who is always chastising. That can also be sometimes. But more heavy because you cannot move him from the lotus feet of Krishna. That's why he's heavy. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta translated it like that. And so that is very much so. So if one serves such a Vaishnava, then one also becomes fixed. You see that. You see people, they come and then they are all dressed in devotional dress, this, that, and then a few years later, things have changed a lot. No? You know, different hairstyle this way or that way. Dresses are changing and everything suddenly different. Suddenly different. But the spiritual master is still the same. He's still there. That doesn't change. Just like the temple is still the same. It's really nice that there's always a temple and you just know Mangalartik is going on. And the morning program is there. It is a very nice thing. It's something, you know, that is sure. Right? That's going to be there. Mangalartik will go on somehow or other. So that is very nice. It's arresting. The spiritual master, he will still be serving Krishna. Others do other things now, you know. Yeah, I moved on, you know, in my life. We can see. We thought so. Yeah, I feel it different now. Oh yes. But the spiritual master is still doing the same. And in this way, whenever we turn to our spiritual master, we automatically turn to Krishna, because he is still serving Krishna. And this is very nice. Therefore, we always turn to our spiritual master. Okay, I'll start giving names, I guess, now. I'll start doing vows. It's like that. First one is that's the one that came out of the bag.
I'm the drunk. Why did he take it away?
Bhima was born in the Hare Krishna movement, but today he takes another birth. A birth that now he becomes the property of Krishna. It's one thing to be like, take your birth in a Vaishnava family and everyone said, oh, you must have been a demigod in your last life. Maybe I was actually, Yeah, I think that fits me quite well. But now, of course, you just be the property of Krishna. And like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, we're praying to become an atom at the feet of the Lord. That's the best. So, being a one of the four regulated principles you promise to follow for the rest of your life. Which ones? Come on. Good. Very good. Thank you. Yes. And how many rounds you promise to chant every day? Minimum 16. That's perfect. Okay. From this day on, you will be known as Balavanta Das. It's a name of, it's one who has strength, spiritual strength, Balaram. And it's a Bengali name, Balavanta. Prabhupada gave that name to one disciple. And I think it's a nice name. And of course, when we think of Balaram, we think about the spiritual strength you get from Balaram. So the name gives you that connection with Balaram, and we pray to Balaram for spiritual strength. Balaram is the one who is the example of serving Krishna. He serves in so many ways. So the source, Balaram shows his strength in his service attitude. So Balavanta contains all these things. So may you become a powerful devotee through your service attitude. Hare Krishna. Dr. Jura is from Dr. Jura is from Slovenia, and in the midst of all this busy weekend, I didn't have time to make sure that the name I would choose isn't already existing in your temple. So if it is, if you have already 3 of them, then you can tell me. Yeah. Sometimes it happens. Someone said, don't call me a soda because my mother is called a soda. I won't call you a soda. So what are the 4 regulated principles that you promised for the rest of your life? promising to chant every day without fail. Okay. Then from this day on, you will be known as Jagannath Sutta. So of course Jagannath, Lord of the universe, but we're talking here about Jagannath Mishra, the father of Lord Chaitanya, and his son, Jagannath Sutta. So actually, it's Chaitanya. Some people might think, oh, nice name of Jagannath, but really, it's the name of Lord Chaitanya. And to embody that, to be the servant of Lord Chaitanya, that's a tall task, because he said, Radhadesh Krishna Pradesh, whomever you meet, instruct them about this transcendental knowledge about Krishna, and in this way deliver the whole world. So good luck. Then you have something to do. My dear Jagannath Sutta. There's not already another one? Good. Very happy. Thank you. The sisters are doing it together. They are from Sicily, so come both of you. They do everything together. I should really look like two men. It doesn't matter. You're the eldest. Or she's the eldest. Who's the eldest? Who's old? Yes, you speak Spanish, that's right. I was just trying Italiano. Who was? You? Ingrid. Okay, what are the 4 regulated principles you promise to follow for the rest of your life? See? She said no misrex, yes? No intoxicante. Okay, yeah, no sexy visitors. And no hazard, no gambling either. That was right. It sounds much nicer in Italian, doesn't it? It makes us feel like we are on holidays. What is and how many rounds are you promising to chant every day? Okay, perfect. So from this day on, you will be known as Indra Nila Mani Devi. So Indra Nila Mani is actually a jewel. It is I think it's the sapphire. It's the blue one, right? Bluish jewel, black bluish jewel, very effulgent. So Krishna is blackish blue, but very effulgent. So he's compared to this jewel. Should I say it in Spanish? In Italian, I can't. Krishna es como joya. ¿Tú lo entiendes? ¿Español? ¿Un poquito? Sí. Krishna es como un joyo muy brillante y efulgente. Y entonces, este nombre es el nombre de un joyo. Y así como Krishna. Okay, and then the sister. How many, what are the principles you promise to follow? Okay, and how many rounds have we done? Okay, perfect. I always speak Spanish. This one speaks Spanish quite good. So from this day on, you will be known as Yamuna Jaya.
Krishna.
Lucas. Lucas is from Austria originally. He serves in Germany. Lucas is a book distributor, so yeah, very nice. So, can you tell me what are the 4 Eight principles you promised to follow? Yes. May you hear them all? He didn't even in? Okay, yeah, see, it's pretty tricky. You sang it on the board tonight. Take the book, we're not selling it, we're giving away donation for the printing cost. And how many rounds are you promising to chant every day? Very good. So, from this day on, you will be known as Lochandas. And I asked my disciple Gopinath Acharya, the very tall one, who is a scholar and who likes to hide in a room with lots of books. And so too many people here, so he's not here now. But I asked him to write the meaning of the name, and he did really well. He says, literally, vision or sight. The name is an abbreviation of Trilochan, he who has 3 eyes, a name of Shiva. Lochandas is the author of the Chaitanya Mangal, a Bengali biography of Chaitanya. There you go. Then we have Bhakti Thomas and Bhakti Yanka, and they can come also, both. Okay, so what are the 4 regulated principles you promise to follow for the rest of your life? No illicit sex, no gambling, no meat, fish, or eggs, and no. Okay, yeah, that's good. Very good. Then from this day on, you will be Tejo Gauradas. It's referring to the powerful energy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was like a lion. Sometimes he's known as Sima Chaitanya. He would dance like very vigorously. So, Teja Guru, may you be like that energy of Lord Chaitanya, touching everyone and change. And then Bhakti Nyanga. What are the four regulated principles?
Intoxication.
No problem. No gambling. And how many rounds every day? Yes. Then your name from this day on will be Jalasaya Devidas. It's the name of Radharani, who appeared in a lotus flower in the Yamuna. So Jalasaya means the one who has a resting place in the water. That's the literal meaning. So it refers to Radharani. It's written down on your paper. So, nice name. Bit of a shock. But it is very nice. Each of these names give us a meditation. And so we become the servant of these great personalities. And in that way, we always think of Krishna. But sometimes it's a shock. My first name starts with a P and my last name with a K. So I thought I would get a name with a P, but I got one with a K. And then it was like, Kadamba Kanana. It was a shock. But then it started to grow on me. After some time, it became very much, it transported me to Vrindavan, that name, every time. So Jalasaya will take you to the Yamuna, filled with lotuses, to the lotus feet of golden Srimati Radharani. Bhakti Neva is actually from Belgium. She is from Antwerp. Oh, from Brussels. Okay, from Brussels, the capital. But she lives in Antwerp. And so I'm very happy that you're here today. What are the four regulated principles? And how many rounds have you done? Okay. Then from your name will be Varsabhanadi Devidas. You remember that there's that prayer to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Varsabhanadi Devita. chanted later. Vrisabhanu is the daughter of Maharaj Vrisabhanu. And Maharaj Vrisabhanu is, of course, the father of Radharani. And Bhanu means the sun, and Vrisa means very bright effulgent, because she's golden. Vrisabhanu is very bright. So the father is also effulgent. So, again, it's a name that will transport you to Vrindavan, to the spiritual world. And that's what it's all about. First we go there in consciousness, and then we just go all together. That's the idea. Thank you also. Barcelona. So Daniela came from Mexico, and somehow or other her temple president also appeared. And then somewhere over lunch, or just before lunch, everything was decided. So I had no time to write anything down, or it was a little quick. I also had no time to ask anyone if there's already that name in the temple in Mexico. So again, if there's already many others, then you tell me. Then I have, because I have two names. In case name one will not too common. So what are the four Radhadesh principles you promised for the rest of your life?
No need, leisure X, no dedication, no success, and no target.
Okay, and how many rounds do you promise to chant every day?
At least 16 rounds.
Okay, so then the name I'd like to give you, if not too many have them already, is Danista Devidas. No? Oh, great. Danista is a very important personality in the pastimes of Krishna. She is like a servant in the house of Krishna, and she's making many arrangements. She's there to cover up all the mistakes that Radha and Krishna sometimes make. You know, they sometimes exchange clothes by accident, and they come home, and then Danista hides those clothes and sends them back. So she makes many arrangements for the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Danista means one who moves very fast. So since you always come flying in and flying out from Mexico, I think it fits. So from this day on, Danista. So Liana lives in, for you I'll write it down after. Yeah, you could do it. Liana lives in the Czech Republic. She's originally from Serbia. Half-half. She's half-half. But today she's gonna whole give herself to Krishna. That's very nice. Yeah. I'm making a lot of jokes, but sometimes I do that. But I'm very serious, actually. So what are the 4 regulated principles she promised to follow?
No meat eating, nor fish breaks, no illicit sex, no gambling, and no intoxication.
And how many rounds she promised to chant every day? Yes. Your name will be Lila Kamala Devi. So Lila Kamala is referring to the pastimes of Krishna or of devotees, the transcendental pastimes, because the lotus flower is in the water, but is not affected by the water. Therefore the lotus flower is a symbol of transcendence. One is in the material world, but one is not affected by the material world. So when you are absorbing yourself in the transcendental pastimes of Krishna and his devotees, you will not be affected by the material world. So may this name always bring you back to the transcendental pastimes of Krishna and his devotees. Lila Kamala. So then we can have a little more kirtan, and then I'll start making arrangements to set up the fire. Peace and love. Om Ajnana Timarandasya Janana Salakaya Chakshu Unmilita Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Swaha. Bonsoir, je vous remercie. Swaha Swaha. It is said when you hold the hand like this, it's like the head of a cow. Shri Chaitanya Manobhista Stapita Yena Uttare Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadantika Swaha 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 Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamala Shri Guru Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupa Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunata Vita Sajiva Sadvita Savaduta Parijana Saita Krishna Chaitanya Deva Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakha Vitanscha Swaha 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 Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwavani Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Swaha 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 Vancha Kalpadurubhyacha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Swaha 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 Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shrimate Kadamba Kanana Swami Ittinamine Swaha 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 Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Guru Dasa Swami Nityanamine Swaha 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 Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Gacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasyacha Visatarine Swaha 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 Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varsavanavi Devi Daitaya Kripaptaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhurochwala Premaja Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudapasadanta Vantaharine Swaha 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 Namo Gaurikishoraya Saksat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Rasambode Padambujaya Te Namaha Swaha 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 Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satsidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Parayate Swaha 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 Gauri Vibhava Umeshwa Nirdishta Sajjana Priya Vaisnav Sarvabhoma Shri Jagannathaya Te Namaha Swaha 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 Namo Maha Vadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Krishna Namaha Swaha 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 Panchatattva Krishna Bhaktarupa Swarupaka Bhaktavatara Bhakta Vakya Namami Bhakta Shaktika Swaha 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 Jayata Surato Pango Mama Mandamati Gati Vatsarvasa Padambujo Padamavana Mohano Swaha 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 Divya Vrindaranya Kalpadumada Shima Ratnagara Simhasanastu Shima Radha Shila Govinda Deva Prastadivi Sevyamano Smarami Swaha 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 Shima Rasa Rasarambi Vamsivata Tatasitaha Karsa Veno Swader Gopi Gopinata Sriyestunaha Swaha 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 Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Swaha 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Swaha Swaha Swaha. So now you can all stand up and take the banana between two folded hands. Second row also. And then upon Swaha we place all the bananas in the fire. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Oh, too cold. Sorry, I got burnt. Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Swaha 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 Put it in now. Careful, careful, don't throw it. Put it careful. Put lots of it in. We can start kirtan now.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Srila Haridas Thakur ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasri Gaur Bhaktivinoda Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shyam Kunda Radha Shri Govardhan ki Vrindavan Dham ki Mayapur Dham ki Purushottam Kshetra Jagannath-puri Dham ki Yamuna Mai ki, Ganga Mai ki, Tulsi Devi ki, Samaveda Bhaktivinoda ki, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya ki, Priya Mridanga ki, Prashadam Distribution ki, Prashadam Seva ki, Gaur Paremanadi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga Srila Prabhupada ki.
All the devotees that are taking second initiation, they should come with me.
Those who take second initiation, please come.